Authentication and authorization. What exactly is the difference between these two concepts? I'll be helping you understand that in this video using some illustration examples I have here. Authentication and authorization are two popular concepts that applies to the security processes involved when users want to use a certain system. And a simple way to look at these concepts are authentication means who are you, and authorization means what do you have access to, what do you have the right to do. Now coming back to these examples, let's say we have user A and we have user B, and then we have this system. So let's say user A and user B have previously registered on this system. They entered their name, email address, password, phone number, and other information that this system requested. Now, when this user wants to log into the system, they'll have to provide some credentials. The required credentials could be email address and passwords. Now this system has to verify that this email and password are valid credentials. In the case that they are valid credentials, then this user would be authenticated. Authenticated in the sense that this system now knows who this user is. And then if this other user too wants to log into this system, you have to provide the credentials. If this email and password do not match in the system's database, then this user would not be authenticated. But if they match, just like A, this user would also be authenticated. So yeah, authenticated is finding the who. Have you registered on our platform before? Now moving on to authorization. Authorization is what can you do? You can think of authorization as permissions. Okay, you have logged into the system. The system knows who you are. But then that does not mean the system is going to allow you do everything that is possible to be done in the system. For example, A can be authorized to delete some products from the store, but maybe the only thing B is authorized to do is to view products in the store. This is B's level of authorization. They can only view products in the store in this system, but maybe A can view, A can update, and A can also delete some products for the store. And a good example I can use here is Netflix or your streaming platforms. First off, you go on to Netflix, you enter your credentials. Netflix is able to say, I know who you are, I recognize this identity, and they allow you to access the system. But that does not mean you can do everything in the system. For some people, their subscription levels allows them to have access to more features on Netflix, and for some other people, their subscription brings limitations on certain features that they can access. And I also want to say, this does not have to always be between a user and a system. It can also be between a system and another system. Here we can have another system here, and then let's say this system wants to access this system's resources. Now there is a point of authentication where maybe this system has a token or has some data that would allow this system to recognize the system. That is authentication, but not just recognizing the system. So there is that point of authorization where this system maybe can only set certain data, can only delete certain information, can only view certain resources, but it cannot view other resources in this other system. I hope this video helps you understand this concept better. There are several ways you can implement this in different programming languages, but the goal of this video was for you to understand the concept. I have other software engineering concepts on my channel. You can check out any of these videos currently on the screen. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with others, and subscribe for more videos like this.